We are recording. Awesome. I want to record this because I know a lot of people are on holidays, and this was a very last minute. I'm going to jump on today and have a chat. So I know that a lot of people probably didn't even see that this was on, but I'm hoping that everyone will watch the replay. I was out for lunch with my family today and kind of had a chance to sort of flick through this morning, flick through the promotions from doTERRA that have just been released, and I just thought I have to get on and talk to you guys about how these gifts, that's what promotions are, because doTERRA actually doesn't have to do this for us. This is, there's just no other business or industry where you would just be gifted free product to give your customers or to earn yourself, really. Like, I can't really think of any company that does it at this level. You might get some promo stuff every now and then, but it's not every month. Our customers get free stuff that we don't have to pay for. So, I was like, wow, these are such gifts. And I wanted you guys to understand how to use these gifts and how they can really propel you into the new year. And for those of you who've been building your business for a little while, you hopefully are seeing the pattern of the different promotions, and you maybe see why the January one is always so good for us and our customers, because doTERRA wants to help us get started in the new year. They want to really help us dust off the flip-flops, get the sand off us, get out of the togs, and just get back into our business with gusto. So I'm going to walk through. I'm going to keep this super short as Carly can do it. And I want this to be really, really impactful. But the first thing I'm going to say is, for those of you who did our team call, it would have been early November, if you can think back that far, maybe late October. We did a call on setting up your new year. So way back in November, I taught you guys to set up your January back then. So to start promoting classes in January, start booking people in for classes in January. So if you took heed of that, if you took action, if you followed that advice, and you have bookings in your diary for January, I want to give you a huge high five. If you didn't, I'm just going to invite you to think about why not and what you could learn from not doing that. Like, how does it feel now to come into January with maybe nothing in the diary? Now, I want to put my hand on my heart and say that I've done that a number of times. And even this January, I don't have as many bookings and classes as I'd like, but I'm working on it. So I know how to pull yourself out of that. I know how to go from 0 to 10 bookings in the diary. Like, I've done it way too many times for my experience. I should know better, but we do let our diaries dwindle down. So if you in November listened to that advice and my freaking experience of not doing it, and you went, I'm going to learn from her mistakes, and you got on the phone and you contacted people and you booked people in for Jan, well done. If you didn't, learning experience. I just want to reiterate that. There's no failure in this business. It's always just live and learn. Like, okay, that didn't work. I'll try it differently next year. And maybe when that training comes up in November, I will follow and take action. So I'm really speaking to those of you who maybe have nothing in the diary. So no classes booked in. You've got maybe some people who are wanting to enroll in December, but you really need to follow them up. My advice tonight is about taking action now. Even if you're still on holidays, technically, I'm not back doing my first class until Monday. I still am going to encourage you, implore you, strongly suggest to you that you take action tonight and tomorrow to get classes in the diary. Why? Because when you start taking action tomorrow, most people, you will still, I'm not going to say no people, you still need to offer next week, but most people will choose dates later in January. And again, if you're looking at this as a business, to not have any clients, customers, income, classes, momentum flow in your business until late January is probably not a great thing. I know many of you rely on your fast start income to pay the groceries and to pay off the bills. So, and I do too. So all of my uni level bonus each month goes back into the business. We live off my fast start. And so having not enrolled anyone, I enrolled someone on the last day of December, but having not only enrolled one person in the last couple of weeks, I can't live off $50. So that fast start is so important to get back into that weekly income. So taking action straight away, I'm going to keep it super duper duper simple for you. Whether you take this advice on or not is up to you. If you choose not to, I'd love for you to really reflect on that. Well, why, when someone that is very experienced, who tells you what works, shares with you that experience, why do you not follow that up? Now, that's a really interesting thing. I did not listen to my upline for 2 years, and I just thought I'd do it my own way. Didn't work. But it was about, I thought that I knew better. It was about my ego. It was about not really valuing her experience and wisdom. It was about fear of failing. Well, if I do it her way and I can't do it or it doesn't work, I will have failed. But what I didn't realize really in the moment of that was it wasn't working anyway. So I had to kind of lay down the sword and say, you know what, I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to do it her way, and it worked. So my suggestion is you followed what I'm about to say. So what I did today, I only had 2 classes booked for January, and I want 10. And so a couple of weeks ago, I actually went through my diary, and you may have seen me put up my dates for January. I've opened up a heap of dates. I try to do as many classes in January as possible because I know that it sets me up super well for the rest of the year. Please hear me when I say that. What you do in January sets up your year, because the energy that you get in January will keep you motivated and keep you moving forward. So for me, I work as much as I can in January. Last January, we were away for the whole 4 months, and it took me until April to really get back into business. So I do as many as possible, but for you, I don't care if you've got like 1 spot a week. Get it really clear in your head with your calendar, highlight it, put stickers on it, do whatever you need to do, and have it, I suggest, as a graphic. So I just jumped on Canva and I put all my dates down. And I'm going to tell you why that's really easy and a really easy way to communicate with people and how to get it out to people is in a graphic in a second. So get your dates set. That's your first thing. Do that tonight. Grab your diary out. When are you going to slot in 2-hour blocks to do classes? And I mean face-to-face classes, and I'll talk about that when I talk about the promotion and how you can earn free oils, and why face-to-face is best, especially in January. So get your dates. Number 1, get your dates. Number 2, get your list. Get your list. Now, this is why for the last 18 months I've been teaching you guys, keep your list. So always have a list of people that have been interested in the oils, that you've sampled, that have been to a class and didn't enroll. Even I've got people on my list that I don't even know, but it's like Pip's sister, right? Because she's mentioned that her sister wants to see the oils. I've just got a massive list, and I keep it on my phone, and I add to it all the time, and I cross people off as they enroll. So if you've already been doing that, guess what? This makes it super simple because you just pull your list out. If you haven't been keeping a list, you do not have a prospect list, then okay, you need to go and sort that out. Get them all out of your head because you forget. Even I the other day went, I forgot about, Grace. She actually cancelled hers because there was a family emergency. She's not on my list, so I had to go back and add her in. So make sure you keep a list because over time you forget who's who in the zoo and where they're all up to. Now, this is usually where people start to freak out, and I'm going to ask you not to. I'm just going to say to you, make the choice not to freak out about contacting people, because it is the only way to get bookings in the diary, to get classes in the diary. You need to contact people. Okay, now you can get into your head about it and think about it and fluff around for a week, or you can just say, Carly said to not freak out. I'm not freaking out, I'm just contacting. It's just a choice. It really is just a choice to turn that off. So I'm going to walk you through a contact that I made today whilst I was at Bunnings with my family. So do not think, again, I'm going to say keep this simple, do not think you need to sit at your desk for 8 hours tomorrow contacting people. I was flicking off messages and texts, and I had a phone conversation with a customer as well, whilst we were driving around buying pet fish, going to Bunnings. We had lunch out, we went out strawberry picking, we were out all day. We were out all day, and I got a class booked in that time. So Again, keep it simple. It doesn't have to be hard. You can choose for it to be simple. So this was someone on my list. Now, this is going to be an idea for you. Anyone who has enrolled in the last couple of months that hasn't actually had a class. So maybe they enrolled online, maybe they were referred to you through your referral program, or, you know, a friend just said, contact Emily, contact Nat, contact Trace, contact Chloe, and they just enrolled. So this was someone that enrolled over the phone. She was a referral from another amazing customer. And so I've never met her. She hasn't had a class, but I do know that her oils arrived just before Christmas. So this was my message. I really want to teach you this basic stuff. Now, I want to preface this by saying I'd kept in contact. So if you don't keep in contact with your enrollments, if you don't follow them up, it is harder then to offer a class, because in their brain, they haven't heard from you for 2 months, or, you know, the last time they spoke to you, you sold them something, a membership or oils, and now you're asking for a class or offering them a class. So it is so important to build that relationship up. So she had enrolled 13th of December, she enrolled. I messaged her on the 21st, hey Hayley, has your parcel arrived? Yep, it arrived on Tuesday, been loving it. And I said, cool, that was super fast. You know, did you get my welcome email? Did that document come through? Because there was a bit of an issue with that. Yep, got it, thank you. Can't wait to order more. So we'd had contact. I knew her oils had arrived, I'd shown interest, and I showed I cared, which I do. So then when I messaged her today, there was rapport. This is what I wrote. Hey, Hayley, Happy New Year to you. Hope you're enjoying your oils. I saw that you've already set up your monthly order, which is really exciting. Hey, I'm just going back today and offering education classes to anyone who became a doTERRA member in December, so that you can learn how to make the most out of your oils. You know, we want to teach you how to blend and use the apps and resource books. I've opened up a heap of dates in January to accommodate before I'm on the road from Feb till May. If you would like to have a fun class with some friends in January, I'm also offering a goodie bag for hosts, which I always do anyway. And then I don't know if you can see, this was done in Messenger. You can see that. I sent her my graphic with my dates, and I've got them crossed out, the ones that I've already booked in. Okay, so not only do we have rapport, and I prefaced my offering around what's in it for her. Okay, so she's going to learn more about her oils. She's going to learn how to use resources and apps, how to make blends, all of that sort of stuff. And that she's going to get a goodie bag as well, which doesn't always motivate everybody, but it's a beautiful little perk. And then, so that's all in there. And then I've just given her my dates. Okay, this was her response about 2:30. It was 2 hours later. Hey, Carly, Happy New Year also. Hope you've had a lovely Christmas. I'm absolutely loving my oils, and I'm really looking forward to expanding my collection. I have a few friends that are interested in hearing about them. Can I ask if the classes are day or night? So I, learning, should have on my graphics put evening or day, but those days I can do whatever. So I said, oh, great, I can do either day or night. You name the date and time. How about Wednesday the 23rd? Yep, done. It's in the diary. I'll send you your host email. Done. Done, diddly-o. Booked in. That date is now full. I know I'm working that night. Now, obviously, there's some host coaching stuff that needs to happen, and we've done videos on that before, and the touch points of what I need to do to support her to make sure she doesn't, postpone or cancel. But that's the action you take. And I took that action, as I said, whilst walking around Bunnings trying to find my husband. That message, though, I can copy and paste. I'll obviously change it to suit the person and make it personal. But please don't think you have to sit there for 8 hours a day to get bookings. But you do need to take action. You do need to fire off messages and call people. I also sent a message to someone else who hasn't actually, I can see she hasn't seen the message. And I left a voicemail for a customer, and I spoke to a customer who actually can't do it in January. That's okay. I'll keep working through my list. I will not stop until I have my 10 in the diary. Why is that? Because I know that in January, up to 50% of people will postpone. So if I book 10 and I do 5, that's my bare minimum for income this month. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about tracking as well. and why it's really important to know that the postponement rate can be a little bit higher in January. Because you think about it, guys, you got a class booked on Tuesday night, but then a girlfriend says, come over for a swim and a barbecue. You know, it's much more likely that they might choose the barbecue and the swim if you haven't invested time in building the value into the class that they've booked. So now, you know, the work is there for me to make sure that I make it really exciting, that I'm more exciting than the barbecue and the pool. So that's just one example of making contact. I then have other girls who have cancelled or postponed in the past for whatever reason, health reasons, family emergencies, that I'm ringing saying, hey girl, let's book this back in. Let's make this exciting. I am suggesting different things. So there's a young girl, she's 18, that wanted a class. I'm like, okay, you wanted to make perfume rollers with your girlfriends? Let's make that happen in January. You know, make it maybe a bit of a night out and you can have some wine and nibbles and I'll come and, you know, teach them a little bit about the oils. So I'm putting it out there. You have to follow people up. In January, people are they're more away from their phones. They're more relaxed. They're maybe not checking their messages as often. They're less likely to respond straight away. They could be on planes, on boats, who knows what in January. So follow-up is really critical. So I will follow someone up until they say, nah, they give me an answer. Or, you know, if I've contacted them 5 or 6 times, then it's probably getting into stalker zone, so I won't do that. But, you know, it's really about selling the value and, hey, I didn't want you to miss out. So the miss out factor. January is exciting. There's freebies from doTERRA that they can earn as well, and whatever you offer to your hosts too. So I just want you guys to hear the simplicity of it. Get your dates sorted, right? Know your calendar in January and when you want to work. Make it into a graphic so you can text it to people, email it to people. Hey, here's my dates, pick one. It helps the brain. It helps the brain focus for people. And then it also saves the back and forth. Can you do the 12th? No, I can't do the 12th. Can you do the 18th? No, sorry, booked out. Can you do the 20th? No, like, really? Here's my dates. 23rd, done, in the diary. Then go to your list, contact people. Don't freak out, just contact them. Remember that you're offering them something pretty dang amazing. You're offering them the chance to start their year with wellness and vitality. I don't know that there's anyone in the team that has someone that has hated the oils or what it's offered to them. So every time you sit there thinking, I'm going to text this person, I'm going to text this person. No, I'm not. I'm chickening out. Yes, no, I'm going to do it. Remember how much people love the oils and the messages and the responses you get from people, like I did from Hayley today. So offer people the opportunity to host. So the words we never use. Can you have a party? Can you have a class? Can you have a class for me? No. What's in it for them? Hey, I remember that you really wanted to learn more about oils for kids. Hey, you know, you got your oils back in October, but I can see you haven't placed another order. Do you want to have a refresher class so that you're making the most of that investment? Hey, you've been like following my Facebook page and liking all my posts, but you still don't have your oils. How about we make that happen in January? It's always about them and what's in it for them. And then the beauty of that is that comes full circle and you build your business. You've got business growth. You've got income growth. You've got fast start coming in. So just offer, don't ask, offer the class. The next thing is to follow up. So if they don't respond that day, they don't respond within 24 hours, send a follow-up message. Just please remember what it's like for you when you get a message. Often it takes me 2 or 3 days to reply, but if someone's persistent, I will get back to them. Oh, sorry, I forgot that. I did read that. I thought I'd answered you back. All right? Follow up. And then just repeat that cycle until you are booked out. Until you are booked out. And I know some of you, like Emily, who's live on the call tonight, you work in appointment-based businesses with your massage, or we've got counselors, consultants, remedial massage therapists. We've got, I'm trying to think through the team. Who else works in an appointment-based business? We've got hairdressers, we've got beauty therapists. So it's just the same process to look for clients. All right. Now, if in that time you need to book in a class that you hold, then do that. So for me, Today is Wednesday. My first class back is Monday. Excuse me. If by tomorrow afternoon I haven't booked anyone else in for next week, I might go, you know what, Tuesday night I'm going to do a class at my house, and Thursday I'm going to do a class at the chiropractors or the cafe or the park, and start promoting some public classes, because I still want to work and I still want enrollments that week. All right, I don't just go, oh, well, I've got nothing on. I still make that time and make that happen. But this is something that was taught to me when I started. My mentor, it was Party Plan that I did for 8 years. My mentor at the height of her business was the top enroller in her company. And, some of her monthly bonuses were like, $25,000, $30,000 a month. So she knew her stuff and she taught me. And she would say to me, Carly, do you have bookings in the diary? And I would say, no. She goes, well, then you don't have a business. You don't have bookings in the diary, you ain't got a business. If the bank walked in today and said, well, what are you earning for the next 2 or 3 months? You actually couldn't, you'd say nothing, because there's nothing in the diary, right? And I'd go, but I do have a business. I didn't. You've got nothing in the diary. You really don't have a business. There's nothing happening. There's no growth. There's no freshness. And please just, trust me in that. The girls that have no bookings in the diary are the ones that are struggling every month. And we don't want this to feel hard every month. Every month going, oh my gosh, how am I going to get my enrollments? If you're booked out 3 months in advance, can you imagine the feeling of that? It's security. It's comfort. It's certainty. It's knowing that you've got people to serve, and it's knowing that you've got income coming in. So she would always say to me, do you have bookings in the diary? No. Okay, so you haven't got a business right now. No. You could have your business back by the end of the day. Your only focus, that's it, nothing else. You do not do anything else. Your only focus is getting classes booked. That's it. And you do not stop until you've got a full diary. So I would turn off social media. I would stop cleaning up and, pottering around my desk and procrastinating. I would stop coaching my team. I would just pretty much stop every business activity, customer follow-ups, everything, until I got bookings in the diary. And we used to call it a booking blitz, class booking blitz, and that worked really, really well. Because what often happens here is I've just taught you what to do, but you'll probably faff around tonight. You'll probably procrastinate and find something better to do tomorrow. And then Friday you'll wake up and go, oh crap, it's Friday. I'm not going to contact people on Friday. I won't contact them over the weekend. I'll leave it till Monday. Then you get on the phone on Monday. People are like, yeah, I'll have a class, but not till the end of Jan. So don't wait till Monday psychologically, right? You're going to screw yourself over. So tomorrow, get on the phone and book those classes in. So I want to hear from you guys when you book a class in. Send me a message, a DM, post it on the page. This is a really important part of this, is holding yourself accountable. So in my previous team, we'd have a booking blitz and we'd all post, got one, got another one. I'm up to 5 now. I want to get another 5. In the next 24 hours, I want to get 1, whatever our goal was, and we would keep ourselves accountable. And I'd love to do that with you guys as well, and I'll do it too, because tomorrow, guess what I'm doing? I'm on the phone and I'm messaging and I'm trying to book my diary out. So I am with you girls. I am with you. I've got 3 in there. I want another 7. So I'm going to keep myself accountable to that, and I'm going to role model to you that this is the work. This is the work. This is the same thing that I've been doing for 10 years, rebuilding my diary when I've allowed it to get down to 0. So there we go. I wanted to keep it to half an hour. Booking blitz, let's get something in the diary. Let's do, even go for one-on-ones, but only after you've offered the class. I want to quickly wrap up by saying classes are where it's at. We have this incredible promotion this month where you guys can earn oils, all right? Now, we ran this promotion, a similar promotion back in April, and it was phenomenal for the team, those who engaged with it. I earned 2 bottles of rose, 1 bottle of jasmine, and 1 bottle of lemon myrtle. In a month where we had Easter, I was away camping, there was lots going on, my son's birthday party. I still used the promotion and it grew us immensely. So in January, enroll 4 people with a 100 PV order and then support them onto LRP. If you're not sure how to do that, if you're finding that you're not getting a lot of people that are going onto LRP, that's a training issue and a training call, and you need to give me a call. You need to have a call with me. This is where your tracking is important. You really, as a business owner, should know that for every 5 people you enroll, 4 go on to LRP. You know your percentage, all right? 50%, 60%, 10%, whatever it is, because then you can go, well, if I want to aim for 4 enrollments that go on to LRP, I actually need to enroll 8 because only 50% go on. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. So it's really important that you're always tracking how you're going in your business. Okay, so 6 enrollments of 100 PV that go on to LRP of 100 in Feb, you'll get a Clary Sage. 8, you get a Jasmine Touch. 10, a Rose Touch. And 20, you get all of the above. So leaders, always aim for the 20. You may not get there. That's okay. But if you aim for the 4, you'll probably hit the 4. You aim for the 20, you might hit the 8 or the 10 because you're striving and stretching a little bit higher. So always have a stretch goal, not a comfort goal. Now, for me, I break it down. I don't go, oh, I need 20 enrollments. I go, okay, that's 5 enrollments a week. That means, because I know my figures, I need to have at least 2 classes a week with at least 5 people in them, okay, to give myself some wriggle room. Because if I speak to 10 people a week and at least 5 of them enroll, and I do that for 4 weeks, guess what I get? The free oils. So always chunk your goals down. I would also print off, I've put it on the Facebook group page, I would print off the tracker for that, or even just put 20 love hearts or 20 stars on a piece of paper and stick it on your pin board and color them in one at a time and work up to your goal. But break it down. For me, 2 classes a week would be something that I would expect all of you guys could do easily. But you've got to take action today. You've got to book them all in and you've got to get it happening. So I'm going to encourage you to think in this way. January is a push month. January is where you need to literally push yourself off the couch and get back into some movement. The rest and regeneration that I wished upon you all is beautiful. It's time to start getting that energy back and getting some momentum back and getting some heat back into your business to hit the ground running next week if possible. If you have holidays booked in, then obviously you're resting, you're recovering, you're doing that, but try to fit your classes in and around. I'll tell you quickly, Tracy Baker is away camping with her family. She put a sign up at the camp kitchen at the caravan park and had 11 people come, and I think 4 or 5 have signed up. So even within her downtime, she sat in a camp kitchen, sniffed some oils with some strangers, had a crack, and she did that to qualify for Diamond Club, which she did on the last day. So get creative. The only reason you're going to do anything that I've taught you tonight is if your why is strong enough and you really want this. So my thing this year will just be about having you guys become really self-reflective of, why am I not taking action? Why am I not listening to advice? What is that about? What is that block? And if you want to explore that at any point, then I'm here to chat. But I encourage you to listen to what I've said tonight. Go get your diary sorted, get your list sorted, get on the phones, contact people, offer them this amazing gift, remind them that they can get 100 free credits as well. So there's a little incentive there to offer people too. Promote it every day, get it out through all your social media, all your mailing databases. If you use messenger bots like I do, advertise it through there, like whatever you need to do. Set yourself a goal. Let's smash January, traditionally a very, very big month. So I look forward to seeing your results. And every time you get a booking or a class or a one-on-one or something in the diary, post it on the page, send me a message, and I will do a happy dance with you. All right. Thank you, Emily, for jumping on and having a bit of a listen. and maybe tag your teammates, tag your downlines, make sure everyone hears this message, and I'm here to support you. Let's go January. Big love. Thanks, Emily. See ya.